everybody, I'm Jerry Paul and I'm an indie author, and welcome back to my channel. I write young adult fiction across a variety of genres, and if you think that might interest you, then think about subscribing below. So today we're going to do what we usually do around this time of the month, and that is look back over what I've achieved this past month. We're going to split it into 3 categories: work, health and miscellaneous. And starting with work. I managed 20 chapters, 81 pages and 45,202 words in January, and I was very pleased with that. I spent the month working on the middle of both Cache of Memories and The French Murder, and I'm really happy with how both of them are turning out. I'm not someone who plans extensively until it comes to the revision stage, but I'm loving where these are going. In Cache of Memories, the love interest and the main character have admitted their feelings, but they both still have to finish the series of caches, and there's things coming that they're not aware of yet. In The French Murder, Veronica and her friends are realizing how dangerous it is to be trying to solve all of this and not make things worse or become victims themselves. Overall, it was a really good writing month, and while there are some health things which I will get to in a moment, it was just a good month. In revision news, I started to finally implement the majority of the changes for Crime Chronicles The Third Ache. I plan to spend March and April going through Invisible, so I'd like to get Third Ache up to a point where I can let it sit for a bit before reading through it again and making sure there's nothing more I've missed or that needs to be tidied up. My Amazon ads have been a bit hit and miss, but I feel like I'm learning a whole ton, and I'm very glad I did the research beforehand. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the first clue about what I was doing, rightly or wrongly. It's been a busy month, but I'm happy with how the work stuff has gone. And in health, I had a MIPO on the 13th, and it went about as well as expected. I also had my diabetes yearly review, and my bloods were normal, meaning that I might be in diabetic remission. It'll take a while for that to be confirmed, but the plan is for me to stick to the yearly checkups, keep going on the diet and such, and also just keep an eye on my bloods and the like. I had a really bad time pain-wise this month, but things have somewhat calmed down, so that's a big plus. Mental health always takes a knock when my pain is bad, understandably, but I've been coping better, which is also a good thing. And the miscellaneous section, I had my hair did, so it's nice and short and purple again. I also turned 41 on January 6th, and I was spoiled rotten. My best friend B got me this sweatshirt. It's a custom one from Etsy, and the year 2005 is the year that I was first published. It's so comfy, and I've taken to wearing it in bed when the temperatures are low. My mum got me a weighted blanket because it was something she felt might help the sleep and anxiety and pain levels, which it has somewhat. And because I got a Fitbit for Christmas/birthday from my mum, I started doing wheelchair walks, which is basically as it sounds. We go out 3 times a week and I wheel laps around the local park. I'm actually really impressed with how many I can manage in one go. The most right now is 3, but I'm hoping to keep upping it and keep going with it. Thankfully, as of the time of filming, we've had some cold mornings but not any rain until after we've done the walk, which is always a bonus. So yeah, that's basically all I've been up to, that's all I've managed, that's all I've achieved. The only other thing I can think to mention is that my lift has decided to die a death. It is very old. It was old when we moved here, and we've lived here almost 14 years. So we're waiting for the council to decide whether or not they'll pay for a new one. I don't really see how they have much choice because I can't get between the floors otherwise, and it's been a bit of a hassle trying to find a way for me to get upstairs and downstairs and such. Not that I go between the floors that often, but it's still just a plus to have something I can use. So that's ongoing. So what's something you've managed this month that you're really proud of? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to pick up Crime Chronicles The Second Pang, which is the second in a young adult urban fantasy series. And also don't forget to grab a ticket for All the City in Birmingham in July, where I'll be signing books. All the links to which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye!